Hey, come on, let's go see the gorillas. If you want to see them in the wild, you're going to have to go to the middle of Africa. And wherever you're coming from, I started in Malaysia, you're probably going to be taking a pretty long flight and eventually make your way to Nairobi, Kenya. And then you'll get a short hop from Nairobi to Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, which is where they live in Volcanoes National Park. And then you've got to make your way somehow to the entrance of that park for your adventure to really begin.
And the people here. Oh, hello, 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 hello. The people here have a pretty rough existence. And right up to the park boundary, they have built these terraces. And I'm not sure what crops they're growing. I see some maize. But it's a pretty, we've been an hour on this road. So it definitely does have the feeling like the adventure is beginning. Okay, so now the trek begins. And we're not yet in the park, but close. So now begins the interesting part, where our rangers are clearing the path through the undergrowth to the bamboo. So we're now inside the park, and that is obvious because if this were outside the park, farmers would have hacked away at this bamboo and use it for agricultural land. But of course they're forbidden to do so inside the park.
So they are playing. Take a video of this one. Young boys, teenagers.
Here's something you don't see every day. We've got some mating going on here. Is she smiling?
It's a good idea. Well, can't do it then. It's a good effort. Oh, perfect.
Thanks for that.
Still upright. Look how he's watching. Cigarette.
Yeah. The same one? No, a different one. No, it's the same woman.
Then we also go there and then take pictures there. And send
So here's the silverback with some young ones, and he doesn't realize that just a few bamboo stands away, one of the challenging males was having a go at two of his girls.
Okay, I know the video gives you the impression that all gorillas do is mate and have sex, but it was about the most exciting part of the visit, and the ranger told me that it was quite unusual to be able to observe that close, and that big silverback, the big daddy of the family, apparently didn't realize that there was mischief going on with his girls, and had those not been related to him, the males, he may well have had a showdown with them. But for the most part, the gorillas were just absolutely peaceful. They seemed to be sitting there thinking. They didn't bother with me, they didn't seem to feel annoyed that I was present or watching them have sex or anything. It was just, they're just being. Of course, a good part of their day is spent eating, feeding themselves, breaking open bamboo stalks and munching on the moist inner part of the stalk. And then after you eat a little bit, it's time to, well, sit around and think. Oh yeah, there was some wrestling going on and playfulness. I enjoyed watching some of the teenagers climb up bamboo stalks and see how high they could get before the stalks bent over and they cracked and fell down among the others, and then the others would imitate them, and then after a while they'd get tired and just kind of sit there and think some more. What impressed me the most, though, was that big silverback, the head guy of this whole group, the Susa group in Rwanda, he was content to just sit there with his babies and stroke them. And couldn't we learn from that? It's a very peaceful society. I know there's some raiding from one gorilla troop to another, but for the most part, everybody just gets along. I wish we did. Hey, I love taking adventures, and I invite you to join me, so come on along. Stop by the website, georgewalther.com. You'll see other blogs about this gorilla visit and other adventures I've been on, and you're welcome to join me.